Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So on the 17th, which is the same week as this video, Bad Boys for Life comes out. One last ride, I'm pretty sure. So it's only fair that we rewatch the first two. So I'm gonna watch them both and talk about them. And you should watch them too if you haven't already. Or if you haven't watched them and you want to rewatch them, it's a good time to rewatch them on the same week the third one comes out. But if you haven't seen it before, I recommend the first two. Unless you're too young. But still, they're good buddy cop movies. That's the thing. I love buddy cop movies. There's not enough of them in the world, in my opinion. They don't release enough of them, to be honest. I love Rush Hour the most. That trilogy for me is the best buddy cop movies. Bad Boys is great as well. Lethal Weapon, quite an old one that. The Other Guys, I think that was Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell, that was a good one. Recently there was Juba last year. I think I quite enjoyed that one. Just buddy cops in general. I could name more, I'm sure, but that's off the top of my head. Buddy cops, I love buddy cops. I just think they're great. Two people, two different personalities coming together. They have to work together to take down criminals. It's a good type of comedy to do, and I just think there's a space for more of them in cinemas. But now we got this. We got a reunion for Bad Boys, which is great. It would be amazing if Rush Hour could do the same and make a fourth, but not going to be too greedy. We got a trilogy at least from that one. But anyway, this is about Bad Boys. I'm looking forward to seeing them. I've seen both of them like 3 or 4 times, but it's been a few years since I last saw it, so it'll be quite refreshing, I think. I'm looking forward to seeing both of them right now, so let's do this. Ah yes, the collection. Where is it? It's at the bottom. Of course it is. It's a bit too tight in there. I had to like push from the back, just like push it out, and some fell over. But here it is. It's only DVD, not Blu-ray, but it's good enough. So I just watched the first one, and that was a fun time. It was just really fun to like rewatch that. I actually forgot most of the story, to be fair. Like I remember the last half an hour or so. I remember like the last chunk of the movie. As for like the rest of it though, I like the most things I remember are like the interactions between Mike and Marcus, funny arguments they have. Aside from that, like I don't remember that much from the storyline, so a lot of this was quite refreshing to watch. Like I just remembered the ending mainly, rather than the whole movie. So yeah, it was quite fun. It felt fresh, but also a rewatch at the same time. Haven't seen it in years though, that's probably why. It's been like 4 years or whatever. I remember it mostly for how funny Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are as Mike and Marcus. But I forgot how funny the rest of the characters were. There's other characters that are funny as well. Like for example, there's 2 gangsters who are chasing 2 people down, and one guy's quite a fat guy, and he comes in late, and he's like, "How'd you miss him, you fat f-" But the way he delivers that line is just so funny. It's not even what he said, it's the way he delivers it. The way they argue with each other is hilarious, and that's not even the main 2 characters. When Mike and Marcus argue, it's hilarious as well. There's a lot of fun interactions between them. And yeah, in this one, they got to protect a woman, a witness. Basically, drugs get stolen from the police, and they got to track down these drugs, and connected to it is a murder, and this woman witnessed that murder, and this guy is behind drugs as well, so they got to try and take him down while having her as a witness. They got to protect her as well. So at some point Mike is not available, so Marcus has got to pretend to be Mike, and Mike's like this single guy who picks up the girls, and Marcus is a married man with kids, so they got to pretend to be each other around this woman. Like Marcus the married man has got to pretend to be Mike, the player, and Mike's got to pretend to be Marcus, so he's got to live at the house. It's a funny scenario. Just watched the second one, and I like this one more, that's for sure. I think I already had this opinion anyway, but I think the first one's a better movie, but the second one's just more enjoyable, if that makes sense. The first one's better, second one just better to watch. It's got better comedy. This second one's funnier. It's got better action in it and better visuals too. To be fair, this one came out 8 years after this first one, so it would have better visuals. The first one came out in 1995, so it makes sense. But still, better visuals, it's funnier, better action. I love the chase scenes in this. There's 2 chase scenes. There's a highway chase scene near the start. That scene is so good to watch for me. Like, I love chase scenes in movies, and that's a really good one. And the ending as well, there's a massive battle, which is all good to watch. Like, the whole finale I think is good in general. You have this battle, and you have this big chase scene down to Guantanamo Bay. It's a madness, that's for sure. I do love chase scenes, I love action scenes, and I think they put it off well in this movie, especially the big ones. But yeah, I just love it, and I love Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The way they act as Mike and Marcus, whether they're arguing or just working together, it's just, they're so funny. They have some good chemistry on screen. They're just so funny to listen to, and they're great characters, and they carry these movies, and as they should, because they're the main characters. But yeah, it's just how funny they are together. The dynamic of it makes these movies better. And yeah, this second one is the most rewatchable one for me, just because it's more enjoyable. It just looks a lot nicer. And I just love it. The comedy in it is just something else though. I mean, I didn't realise, by the way, Michael Shannon's in this. That was a surprise to me. To be fair, I watched it like years ago, so that's probably why I don't recognise him. But I was like, oh yeah, that's Michael Shannon. He was one of the KKK guys at the start. There's so many funny moments in this though. Like, for example, Marcus getting shot by Mike in the arse, meaning you can't get an erection. It's so random. There's even rats having sex in this. What else is there? There's the guy who wants to take out Marcus's daughter, and Marcus and Mike are doing like a trying to scare him off in a way. That was such a funny scene, that, especially when you mentioned Ludacris. That was just you look at least 30. What else is there? There was Marcus on drugs. That was pretty funny. And oh yeah, one of the funniest parts of this movie was the video store part. So they got evidence in the camera. They got to play it somehow. So they go to this camera store to try and get it to play. And there's blatant porn on there, and it's played, like, he gets the worker to play it, and it's played across all the screens, so that's a bit awkward. Then after that, they go into this room because they're both stressed out, and Marcus is talking about how he got shot in the ass, but it sounds like something gay. I was just laughing at this conversation they had, because they were talking about Mike shooting him in the ass, you know, but the way they worded it just made it sound the way they made it sound across the store, and everyone was listening as well because it was on every TV in the store. That scene was so funny, man. I love that scene. But yeah, this movie's great. This movie's fantastic, and hopefully the third one is great. Haven't said much about the plot really for this one, but there's more drugs involved. Mike is dating Marcus's sister, and Marcus's sister is also DEA undercover, so that's rather crazy. So she's a big part of the plot. Oh yeah, and then there's things that Will Smith says at the end of each movie. After some great driving in the first one, he's like, from now on, that's how you drive. That's how you drive. From now on, that's how you drive. And in the second one at the end, he was like, that's how you shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. I'm hoping in the third one, they do that again. I don't know what they do though. From now on, that's how you... What does a cop do that's good, aside from driving and shooting? I don't know. But I feel like they'll come up with something. I just hope they haven't forgotten that. That'd be a nice throwback ending if they ended it on a quote like that. But yeah, it's a good movie, and it's a lot funnier than the first one. And I just really enjoy buddy cop movies, and these are some of the best ones. So I'm really hoping that the third one's good, because it's a reunion. It's many years later, and it doesn't always work when it's done like that, but hopefully this one works as well. I'm looking forward to it, so bring it on. You'll see a review on this channel this week, probably on Saturday. I'll see you on Friday when it comes out. So yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.